Well, hello everyone. Welcome. Whether you're a new subscriber or a returning subscriber, I am so excited to have you here with me today. Today we are going to be going through, I'm going to share some more of the donations that I've received for our Ukrainian journal project. I have quite a large box here. In fact, this is the one I showed you in my thrift haul last week, but these have all come in the last week and a half or so. I have 2 more journals that I know of coming in the mail, and I think those are the final 2. So I wanted to share with you today. I set my timer and we'll just go until it runs out, and then I suspect we'll be going into another share for Friday. Friday's video will be a share as well. If those 2 journals arrive before Friday, I will include them in that video. If not, then I will share those with you next week, as well as we're going to be using all of this ephemera that I've received and filling up the journals that I've made. Now it is Tuesday evening. I've been hard at work in my craft studio almost all day, and I've been trying to get my journals to a good point and also up my game, because you ladies have just been knocking yourselves out, and so I really wanted to make sure that what I am donating matches in quality. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I still needed to do a lot of work. So I've spent quite a bit of time working on those today. Another quick update on this is that I received a very timely word from a journal maker who's been in the junk journal community for several years. His name is Mr. Victor Crafter, and Mr. Victor actually lives in Ukraine. And so he happened to see my video where I talked about the last round of donations, and I'm guessing that the title caught his eye, and he luckily told me that all those pages that were donated that we thought were in Ukrainian are actually all in Russian, and not to use them. So Mr. Victor Crafter is also one who has now been contributing to the project. Then he let me know that if you go to his community tab on his YouTube channel, he has quite a number of PDFs and stuff that we can use. So I spent a good portion of today as well just downloading different things and printing them off and adding to the pages in my journal and replacing those book pages. Now, Pam Van E had also received some of those book pages, so I went through and covered up anything that had Russian writing, basically, in her journal, and she gave me permission to do that. So when we get to her journal, if you've already seen her flip through of the journal before she sent it off, it's going to look a little different now. So I will be linking below all of the names and appropriate links for the people that are contributing to the project, because you know, quite a few of you have YouTube channels or Etsy shops and things, and then for those of you that don't, that's totally fine. I'm still going to put your names down below because I do appreciate your contribution and joining in with me, and you should be recognized for that. At the end, I'm going to talk about the mustard seed. Okay? Since we're calling this our mustard seed project, that's what inspired me, was my faith as a mustard seed, what I'm contributing, and how God will use it. And so I thought it might be helpful for those of you who maybe aren't familiar with that analogy to see what on earth is a mustard seed. So I'm going to start. I know I can get through at least this many, these 3, and then we'll go from there. So go ahead and get yourselves comfy, get yourselves settled, and we will be right back here to go through these lovely things that have been donated for the project. I'm feeling a little bit like Lawrence Welk. I just want to say, wonderful, wonderful. Thanks for these wonderful contributions, because they are wonderful. You guys are wonderful. Well, our first contribution that I'm sharing today is an actual journal. Now, the creator, who I am calling the creator who must not be named, has asked to remain anonymous. Part of that is because she started working on this journal, and it has a Mary Engelbreit theme, and then she found out that Mary Engelbreit products are under heavy copyright, And so she wasn't sure if she could sell it or not. So she's just kind of steering clear of any references to her name and being linked with a Mary Englebright journal. However, it's totally fine if you're not selling. She's donating. So this is one that she worked on, and I was all ready to link her prior videos and stuff, but she did ask me not to. You guys are just going to be blown away by this lovely journal. I was when I opened the box, because first I didn't even know she was sending it, and secondly, I certainly did not expect this journal. So it has a Mary Englebright theme, and I will go through very quickly, but just lots of cute things. I know she used a book that was Mary Englebright book, and then she just found a lot of ways and a lot of different things that incorporated or matched the theme. So some of these are big side pockets with giant journal cards. Isn't that neat? And there's a recipe card there. This flips out, and it's a big envelope. And then here's another journal card. So if you know who the maker of this is, you're certainly more than welcome to go back and double check her flip through on her channel. If you don't, I'm sorry, you'll just have to live in mystery. Because I do want to respect her request, as well as I just want to respect her request as well as nothing. That's it. It's cute. Now some of these things I actually had sent her as well, because I knew that she was an ME, that stands for Mary Englebright, fan, and so I had given her a few things to include in this journal. So it was kind of fun to go back through here and see the things that I had donated. So lots of journal cards, and just such a pretty journal. So whoever gets this, you know, the lady that ends up with this will really be writing in lots of places, have lots of room to write and record her thoughts. One of the things that I found out too from a friend, remember I had talked when I very first was mentioning this project that I had friends that worked with our local rescue mission, and the place where the Ukrainian Center is housed now is still owned by the rescue mission. I got some little updates. So the ladies are no longer there at the center. They're not being housed there. They've found alternative housing for all of them. I assume they still come for classes and things. And so one thing that I want to be very sure of is that I get to actually put these in the hands of the ladies. This is very important to me. And remember my other friend at church that I told you about, she gave me the calendar last week. I am going to be taking her. This is so cute. I'm going to be taking her with me when we drop them off, because this project has become very important to her as well. Her name's Connie. Oh, that's cute. Look how she did this. Made this a tucked spot. That's super cute. And Connie and I are both pretty determined to see the ladies face to face when we drop these journals off. It's important to us to have that connection. So I want to apologize. I'm a little bit hoarse. I had a coughing fit earlier today, and I think it messed up my throat. So not the best vocally tonight, but just want to get this done for you. There you go. Isn't this cute? So she has the note paper tucked up underneath here. And then the flip down. And then this was just paper clipped on it, that cute kitty paper clip. So I'm loving all the flips and flaps and folds. I also like where she does the flip out with the envelope. This is the center. So she stitched it in the center and then glued the envelope together. And inside, we've got a couple of cute pieces of stationery. They're adorable. So thank you to the creator who shall not be named. This was a huge, generous contribution, and I'm grateful. So thank you, because I know how much effort and work went into this initially too. It's just cute. Lots of great, and the stitching is so even. I can't get mine so straight and even, probably because I go too fast. If truth be told, I'm always in a hurry. so I don't stitch as carefully as I should. But my journals are coming along. I got the toppers on almost all of them. There's one I'm having trouble with because I'm not quite sure. I don't think I really have anything that looks good on the front. And so that's giving me a bit of a trouble. But then I was going through reorganizing my pages and doing all the printing today. So they're coming right along. I meant to count and see how many pages are in these other journals so that mine is approximate, but I'm aiming for 25 sheets of paper, which gives your journal 100 pages to write on. So yeah, that was most of my day. It felt good to get all that done. I was afraid I was going to run out of printer ink, but luckily I did not. Isn't that cute? The little fairy and the butterfly. See, just clever little things. Like this is folded over here, and then it's backed so you can't see it, and then it's back to this piece of paper, and then there's a pocket. But this is just a cute little flip. And here's one of the envelope flips. So I think, looks like she took two separate pieces and glued them together, and then made the flip outs and the folds. I love this cardstock. That is so cute. One of the things that I want to do is redo the baby albums that I made for my husband and myself when our kids were born, because scrapbooking was still new. It was a brand new thing when my oldest daughter was born, and I want to redo them, and that paper would be perfect. I've been collecting things and never redoing it. Plus everything was put in the into those old magnetic page albums. Their albums are fine, but my album, my album needs work. Oh, I sent her this. This is Holly Hobby. I have that. That's the stamp. I stamped her that. I didn't notice that the first time through. So my next project was, I was actually going to work on Holly Hobby journals during this time, but then I got a little sidetracked with our mustard seed project. And then I have on my calendar to do Christmas journals. I'm not really in the Christmassy mood yet, but I need to be, because October is kind of when people start buying them so that they can have them for Christmas, in time for Christmas and stuff. So that's what will be next up once I've got this all wrapped up. So here is the lovely journal from the creator who shall not be named, and I will tie that up later. She had it in a double bow, and it was really pretty bow, so it took me a minute to figure that out and redo it the same way she had it. Okay, so this one is Pam Van E's second journal, and it's also made with a gift bag. So I will link the video where she did her flip through, but like I said, I had to go through and cover up, and she gave me permission to cover up the pages that had Russian writing on them, because the thing is that since Russia has waged war on the Ukraine. Oh, also Pam, I added a little tab here because the first time through I didn't realize it flipped open, and I thought that might help. So I added a tab and I decorated it. So hope you don't mind. Here's a fabric flip, and then this does open up for journaling, and it's also a tuck spot. But anyway, I didn't want anything to bring back painful or sad memories, and I think that Russian children's books, no matter how cute they might be, might do that. Now see, like this is one of those pages, but there's no writing, so I think the image is okay. But the writing is what we were trying to cover up. Also, as I was looking, some of them, because they are old vintage textbooks, they have images of the Russian children wearing the red scarves around their necks, which was a sign of communism. If you didn't want to be part of the Communist Party, and it was required, it was part of the uniform. So one way that they could identify that you weren't communist and throw you in jail was by not wearing the red tie around your neck. And as I looked closer, once I learned that, I realized, no, I don't want any of these pages in my journal. So here's one where I covered up. And then Pam, I hope you don't mind, but I folded this over and glued it as a side tuck, added the lace, and then I put a label over this thing here. So the mushrooms don't fold out anymore, but it helped me to cover up some of the writing that was on this page. And then I just layered these up forgot to restart my timer. Well, on here, I just used washi tape. I mean, I think these are kind of basic letters. I don't know. But I used washi tape to cover up the things that were obviously instructions, probably in Russian. So hang on just a second. Let me restart my timer. Okay, I'm back. This is from a gardening book. And I love how she layered this. The leaf trim, which I was at Michael's yesterday, and I thought I had heard you could buy that there. The only kind I found was the kind with twine through it, so I may just have to suck up and buy the really ginormous ball of vine trim off of Amazon, even though I don't want to. It's a good price. It's like 100 feet, and I don't need 100 feet. I don't even need 10 feet. Isn't this cute? So I've added washi tape down here, too, to cover up the instructions. But the pictures are cute. The images are cute. And then here I covered the writing back here. This is just painter's paper. And then I added a little trim here and a label here. And then these Pam already had in there. Aren't these cute? You know what? My son-in-law, his mom's family has a cabin up in the hills. And they have a stove very similar to that in that cabin. It's still a wood stove. I felt like Laura Ingalls when we went up there and we were cooking on it. It's like my inner pioneer was coming out. It was very fun. Same thing here. I just covered up some of the writing with lace, and then I used washi tape, and I had this flower that matched the colors, and I think that looks okay. It kind of added a fun element to the page. Here's some cute pansies. This is a card. This one's a card too, I think. Marjolaine Baston. She's one of my friends. That's her favorite artist, so she always buys all the cards and things in that. And this is a super cute tuck spot, but it also flips out. It makes writing space. And then she just tucked in a couple of a gardening page and then a journal card. And it just slides right under there. And then here, a little picture of the grandma. And then again, there was writing down here. So Pam, I took one of your recipe cards and I turned it into a pocket, and then I took one of the other recipe cards that you included and just put it in there. And then I covered this up with some lace to give it some strength. But I thought the pattern and design on this card really fit in with the page here. So that's what I did there. I think this one's fine because it's all in English. So, I don't know. I don't know. Could be fine. It might not. But anyway, it's in English, so hopefully we dodged it on that one. This is cute. I love this garden book. I've not found one of those in the thrift stores, but if I ever do, I'm going to snap it up because they make the best journal cards. And here's belly band. I love this fabric, the fabric flower trim too. And I have this paper pad. I need to get it out and use it. Back when I was first getting into the crafting, back into crafting after my work years, I was doing mini albums first, and so I bought this paper pad to do the mini albums, and then I used quite a bit of it, and then I went back and bought a second one, but I don't think they have it anymore. I was really disappointed in the selection that they had at Michael's, their paper section, and for that matter, I was at Hobby Lobby as well, and just they either have their own products or none at all, and I remember that it used to be a lot better than that. So here we go. That's pretty colors on that, and that's a really pretty postcard too. And then here's some notepad paper and another journal card. Just so many bright, happy images and colors. And then Pam had pointed this out in her video too, but she had the sticker, and it kind of matches the buildings here too. And this just flips out. This was all in English, so we're gonna stick with it. I also really like that you have fabric that just tied right in. I just found that amazing. Now here, again, I was covering up writing on the book page, but I wanted to keep the image because they're cute. So I just put a strip of brown paper. I had this little piece that folds down, and I just added a closure, but then this folds down for extra writing space. And then that flap just tucks right behind this little label. So that's how I covered up that part. And then here there's just blank space, so they can write in there on their own. This is cute. A couple more journal cards. It's very bright and very happy, and it makes me happy looking at it, so I'm sure that the recipient will be just as happy when they look through it as well. And then this particular page was all writing on both sides. So on this side I layered some painter's masking tape, some brown packaging paper, one of these notepad pieces, and then I just ran a piece of rickrack down the side there, picking up the yellow and tying in, because she has the yellow, you know, on the cover. So I wanted to tie in with the yellow as much as possible. And then virtually the same kind of thing, only with the guest check here and then these pink flowers. And we're almost at the end. Here's a really pretty doily, pretty paper. And then here's another little notepad she made out of pages from a notepad, but then just put a little topper on it. So it's a mini notepad. I wanted to stop and read that because I think it's so cute how on the coast they always have these cute little planters full of cute things. More washi tape covering up Russian writing, but I think the image is really cool. And then again here, this was a workbook, and up front I didn't cover up as much, but back here there was more instruction and stuff. So if it was in Russian, then the instructions were all in Russian. So on this page I just opted to cover the whole thing with a purple doily so they can write on the doily, and then I just layered it over some stuff. And then I added another piece of washi here to tie in with that one up there. And it does flip out. So I thought that was kind of fun. And then here, again with the washi tape, I'm hoping that this is more just like phonics and maybe not overtly Russian down there. But then I used a tuck spot, and then I had a couple things in my stash, so I just tucked them in there. So hopefully nothing on this page offends. I love the little butterflies that are going up and down the pages. And then here again there was writing, so I covered with some lined paper there, and then I used a different guest check and made a flip up. And then I put a tab so they would know to flip up. But I think the doggies are cute. See, this one also flips out. Oh, I didn't think about that. Oops. I didn't think about the fact that that was a sign, so I don't know. Maybe I can find something in one of my children's readers that's in English. I don't know. I'll figure something out. And then here I had this in my stash, and then covering up the print up here with some note paper, but they can continue writing down here. And then this was another little notepad that Pam made. And this was a calendar page. I don't know if you caught the quote at the beginning, but it is. And then here she stapled some more of those notepad pieces. And I happen to have one very similar to this, but it doesn't have the yellow background, but it has these. So I may add this page into the journals I'm making as well. And then here we go. That's cute. This is from a garden book. And then this is a card, blank card. And this one is a postcard. It's a beautiful journal. And just, I love all the fabric touches and all the little fabric flowers and things. And then also how you take your trims and things. And see, he flies free. This butterfly is flying free. But the way that you edge your pages with the fibers is really cool. And then there's that, which I think, wasn't it a companion to this that's on the front of the other one? I'll have to go double check that. I think that is the same image. It's on the front of the other one. Pretty papers. Love the ruffle. And then here again, it's just the image, no words. So I just left that the way it was, but covered up the words up here and then added a sticker there, but tried to stay in the same color scheme. It looks like the story of the little red hen, so I think that might be what it is. And then on this pocket, She's got another little booklet she sewed together. That's pretty. That looks like Sleeping Beauty. It reminds me of Sleeping Beauty, the Disney version. So here's a booklet to write in. And then a journal card. And then also, Pam, I love how you wrinkled this up. You folded it and then sewed it down and then put the sticker over it. It was really pretty. And then this is a piece of stationery in here inside this embossed envelope. It's just plain. I'm getting very excited to stuff my journals. Oh, this flips out. I guess I missed that part on my, the first few times I flipped through this journal, I missed that part. That's fun. So yeah, I'm getting excited to stuff my journals, get them all put together. Still quite a lot to do. Need to sew them together, of course, and then add all the ephemera and pockets and envelopes and fun stuff, and do some stamping and glue some more lace and things on the edges. So again, this is the big empty pocket that is left because it's a gift bag, and there's the end of the journal. Okay, so thank you, Pam. Thank you, thank you. And then the next one is from my friend, Michelle. Now, Michelle makes and sells things, but I think she does it mostly through Facebook Marketplace. So, Michelle, if you want to put a link, if you have a link or something where they can find you, but you'd have to be local. So, I guess that might not work. I don't know. Maybe you ship. Tell me, Michelle. Tell the people at home what they can expect from you. So, Michelle had her granddaughter. She told her grandkids about this project, and her oldest granddaughter, Abby, sat down. Abby should be turning 8 next month. And she just sat down and was like, I want to make stuff and send it. So she did. So some of these are from Michelle and some are from Abby. And I like the use of the cupcake wrapper, which actually is a technique out there in junk journal land. They use them for tabs and toppers and all kinds of stuff. So she hasn't even watched any junk journal videos and she already knows what to do. Isn't that one pretty? Tim Holtz. And then some stamping and stickers. Very excited about all of these. And this just pulls out. Isn't that cute? And stamping. So Abby did the painting and Michelle did the stamping and added the flowers. And I'm guessing Michelle added that too. And then this one, so it's like a tag journal card. And then this is underneath. It just glued down, I believe. So isn't that cute? Michelle reminded me that I had given her those, so that's perfect. So the journal that I have that has strawberries on one of the pages will be getting this card. And then this is similar, so it's like a tuck, and you can just tuck things up underneath there, so I can add a card on the journal card, and then it also has more writing space. Isn't that cute? You guys are just so ingenious. I get stuck in a rut. Look, all the backs are decorated. Oh, that one's pretty. Look at that. If I didn't know that that was Tim Holtz, I would say it was Edith Holden. I'm on a big Edith Holden kick right now. So I'm trying to... I haven't watched a ton of videos, but I've found them and then bookmarked them to watch later. So, because I've pretty much decided it's time to use my stash. Time to use my Edith Holden stash. That's why I bought them. Now, is that tucked back there? Nope, just right here. And then in this cute, just a little card. See if I can get in there as nicely as you had it. Tim Holtz paper. More stenciling from Abs. There's Abby's stenciling. And cute. Look at the little cute stickers. That's adorable. And then this one has the journal card and the sticker, and then another card inside the pocket that has a pocket with a journal card. Here we go. Lined on the back. Oh, that's pretty. And another one. This one has so many textures going on and layers. I like that. Intersecting lines, and then the flower. I have some of these. I never use them because they're so bulky, so I have to make a better effort to use them. So similar idea. This has a tuck spot here or here, and then you can tuck the journal card underneath. And I like this that has red because I do have a couple of those journals have red in them. And then this is just pretty. She said I could do whatever I want with it. It was just pretty. And I agree. Okay, so where are we at? I think I have time for one more. So the next one I'm going to show you. I'm kind of showing these all to you in the order that I got them, but this one is the most recent one, but it has less to show. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this one. So this is from Redet, one of my faithful viewers, and she bought a journal from me a couple years ago, and she loves it. And I know this because she told me so. I'm not just not just assigning emotions to her. Anyway, so Redet very kindly made this cute little pocket-sized journal. Isn't this adorable? I was looking at all the little places where you have papers and things. Cute. You can write. And she's a busy mama with a full-time job or a part-time job. And in the middle of moving and unpacking, she still found time to make something to share and to send. So thank you, Redet. I appreciate it. I guess it wasn't really in the middle of moving, but you recently moved, so still a lot. There's a lot happens after you move. Isn't this cute? And I thought she said she made it out of all envelopes, but I think it's more like packaging. This is a tea bag packet. Isn't it cute? Oh, that's cute. Lots of fun things in here. Now I had trouble getting that in last time. There we go. And then this I also thought was very clever. So this is the tea bag tag, and then this is also a bookmark. So you can bookmark with it. Isn't that clever? And it's just tied into the center of the signature, which I've not seen done before. So thank you for that idea. So here's another one. Same thing with the tea bag packet, envelope, and then writing paper inside. I just love, you know, everybody has their own unique individual style, and I just love seeing how everything gets put together by other people. And also, I'm very lucky because I get to touch and feel all of these great projects. So that's exciting. You know, sometimes on camera it doesn't always relate, the feel and the texture. And this is cute. So she made like a little booklet and then used a brad there and did some stamping and just little scrap pieces with stamping on the pages. I'm not sure if you can see that. There you go. Isn't that the cutest? And then she also sent me some other ephemera, so I will do that very quickly. And I love these butterflies. That's pretty. And these, and these. Oh, these are stickers. Ooh, I didn't catch that on the first review when I was looking at them the first time. These are stickers, so that's going to look really cool. Wait, is this a sticker too? Oh, yes it is. Okay, yeah, sometimes a little slow on the uptake. It's okay. Isn't that cute? A little booklet and some fabric and some more stickers. So this, ooh, yum. And those cats are cracking me up. One cool cat. And then she does have a couple of things in here with scripture on them, and I don't know that I'm necessarily going to include those because I wasn't sure what all the backgrounds of everybody is, or if they would let me give them if they have scriptures. So if I find out I can, then I will, or if they ask me to make more, then I will do that. But I don't know how much of Ukraine is Orthodox versus Muslim versus something else. So, you know, just depends. I guess I could go read up on that, but I just don't know. So try not to include too much that's religious, but just a lot that's encouraging and reassuring and welcoming. So I love these little papers. And then this is a fabric flip that she made, which is very, if you could feel it, it's got like knits and I think it's all knit, not flannel, but it feels like flannel. It's very soft. Isn't that cute? I love that. I remember when you told me you were making these and sent me pictures. It turned out really nice. Thank you. Oh, yep. And also, note, you can staple these. If you don't have a sewing machine, you can always staple or just glue your layers together. But the staple works really well. And then when you glue it down, it's not going anywhere. So thank you, Reddit. I am so grateful. Thank you. Grateful for all of you. I'm going to stop this right now because the video is going to be plenty long enough. But I thought I would show you, this isn't actually a quote, but the sermon that inspired me was about using our mustard seeds. And Jesus talks about if you have faith, even as a mustard seed, it will grow. God will take it and use it and multiply it, and it will grow into a mighty tree. And in faith, this small, tiny as this little mustard seed that you can't even see in my hand, they're just tiny. They're like the size of quinoa. I guess you could go to the store and find out. But anyway, these are mustard seeds. And so this project that I call the Ukrainian Journal Project has also kind of gotten the nickname, the Mustard Seed Project. And you are all mustard seeds doing good in the world and being the hands and feet of Christ by welcoming the alien, the stranger, the homeless, and showing them Christ's love. So that is my inspirational thought for today. So think on the parable of the mustard seed. So that's it for today. Until next time, I want you to be inspired and do something creative today. And then in next video, I will show you the rest of what I received. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.